In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
Hey, yo, welcome to this Madness Comic Network launch party. Another commercial or two, and we will be out here with Lincoln Bransch.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
Who's ready for what's coming?
Come get some.
Yo, 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 welcome everybody to this Madness Comic Network after launch party. We're out here with Lincoln. What's up, Lincoln?
How you doing, man?
We're doing. It's like, it's kind of hard when you do the unscheduled stuff. Everybody knows to look for me on Monday. I'm going to be out here all day Monday. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows I'm going to be out here the last weekend of the month. But all the other stuff, the unboxings, the launch parties, it's hard to, pick a perfect time slot. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
I'm kind of hoping we get out here in the afternoon before all the big boys take up all the airwaves. I'm definitely going to leave this up for a little while as the featured.
Well, I just appreciate you having me on, man.
Well, I want you to get going here, brother. We didn't know you were launching. You just, boom, take off again on us.
All right. And see, I'm not doing my job well enough then, because I've been screaming around loud and long that it was going to be the 15th of November, and
Well, yeah. I mean,
we're going.
you did.
We're I think 12 or 14% toward our goal at this point. So it's not doing too terribly bad. I'm thankful for those who've backed us. There's a level for everybody. I just want to say that for us right now, honestly, and I'd love to play the trailer again here in a minute if we could do that.
Sure.
But if you want diverse content that is actually great stories and ideas that are fresh out of the can, guys like me, that's where you need to go. And not to toot my own horn, but I've been working on this thing for a long time. I've been writing for many, many years, and I've worked with great creators here, and it's a top-notch product. I'd put it out there with and above anything that's coming from anybody. I think it's a fantastic story. Deals with a lot of things that everybody enjoys that are just as comic booky as they possibly can be. You've got world-shattering circumstances. You've got an Armageddon scenario that could happen with the end of everything that everybody knows. You've got a reluctant hero. You've got ancient technology. You've got alien beings with agendas that are unknown. You've got a bad guy being manipulated by forces unseen. Just multiple layers of story going on over the course of what will be a 4-issue arc. It's just, I really, I liked this concept whenever I started. And as I've gotten into it, it's just come together so solid and complete. And I just love it. It's a great book. We're really jazzed about it. And the trailer is, a minute 15, I think, something like that. And it says it better than I can as far as the particulars. And I'm sitting here with a head cold, and I told Pops I'm going to sound like Dirty Harry on a bad day. And boy, that's the truth.
You're doing fine, man. I'm just trying to get it shared out to a few places here real quick.
I appreciate it, Pops. I do.
We get some people watching.
Yeah. So your computer's on the way, I hear.
Yeah, we ordered it. I ordered it earlier. We didn't reach, the goal that I was hoping for, but I found something that was just as good for the money that was available. I mean, something within the wheelhouse of what I wanted. And I was like, all right, screw it. I'm just going to get it. There's no sense in waiting.
The great thing about a PC is it's always upgradable too, brother. Yeah. You can always upgrade that thing and make it into a bigger monster later.
Well, I mean, what I found for when I went looking with the money I had, what I found actually turned out to be full system.
Well, there you go.
So we can like later on maybe get a new hard drive and stuff for the tower that I have here and give it to the kids or something. I'm good. It ended up having a monitor and everything. I was like, damn, I wasn't expecting that, but for the price, I'm okay.
Well, there you go. That's awesome.
So a whole new unit, hopefully, will serve us well for a good period to come, because I don't plan on going anywhere.
There you go. Oh, man, you're going up.
Let's see. I'm sharing this thing out all over the place real quick. Let's see if we can get some people to come in here and watch before I play the trailer.
Yeah, please. I appreciate it.
Because, I'm in all these groups that support indie comics, and they need to be paying attention to what you got going on. Go ahead, give people a little bit of background on you yourself, man, while I'm doing this real quick.
Okay, well, a little bit of background on me. I've been primarily in my work life. I've been a graphic artist and designer for actually most of the past 30 years. And I had my sights set on being a comic artist and writer back in the early '90s, and put a pretty good little portfolio together at that time. But life and marriage and children and reality kind of hit, and practicality became. I'm a little guy from rural Arkansas. It's not like I live in New York or California or any of these places where it's easier to hit. Even Texas or in other places like that where there are regional shows where you can get picked up and you can, those opportunities really just weren't practically there for me. And in the '90s, there was no internet as we know it now.
Right.
Certainly not in the early '90s, and so it was really all just kind of too big a hill to climb whenever you were beginning a job as a graphic artist at a company and had a little kiddo at home and a wife to take care of and whatever. And practicality demanded we go another route. And it was really during COVID that I got seriously serious about really going ahead and pursuing this thing. And I have just a whole wheelhouse of stories. I've literally got a universe full of stories that I would love to be able to tell through Luckless Hero Presents. And I hope, with this humble beginning with Outlier, we can begin to make a name and say, hey, this Lincoln guy, he's got something pretty cool, and we want to follow him. We want to look at his work. And I've been very blessed to get to know a lot of guys in the industry and in the community that have been very welcoming to me. And I'm still trying to do that and get to know people in circles and hopefully help other people out along the way. I'm just a guy living a dream, or trying to anyway, something like that. But I came up with Outlier back actually several years ago. Whenever I was actually coming back from vacation, and your mind is just in neutral, and two thoughts kind of came together, and I thought of reality simulations, and I thought about things like open world games, and how for NPCs inside games, that reality is as real as it gets for them. And I said, well, what if our world was like that? That it exists and it doesn't take anything away from the reality of our existence, in so much as it's real, but it's changeable on another level, a higher dimension than maybe what we're capable of seeing. And a guy within the story, a fellow by the name of Kellen Bergman, he gets a hold of technology that he shouldn't have any way to grab onto, and begins to be able to pry at the seams of what makes reality tick. And he learns how to change a few things. Some of the listeners out there probably heard of the Mandela effect. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but all you got to do is Google it or get on YouTube, and boy, you can go down a rabbit hole looking at the Mandela effect. And people say, well, it was the Large Hadron Collider, and it opened rifts to alternate realities. And in my world, it's that darn Elon Musk wannabe Kellen Bergman playing with technology that he shouldn't have his hands on, that has caused the Mandela effect to be a thing, and to change little things as he plays and tinkers, trying to get a handle on this technology. And he really thinks he has more control over it than what he does. And our hero character, Rafe, he's forced into a situation where he has to come from being pretty much a reclusive, semi-shady private detective who kind of does his own thing and marches to his own own beat to come into conflict with not only this tech billionaire trying to change the world, but with old forces and foes that he had run from millennia ago, and now are back gunning for him because they know that he excuse me, he has the means to control this thing in a way that no one else does, because he was there whenever it was used to create reality as we know it. And he played a hand in that. But anyway.
So let's go ahead and play that trailer then.
Cool.
Mute me.
Rafe Gadara stood witness when time began. As the Concordance, he bore record when the framework of our physical world was designed and set in motion. But when ignorance and ambition fractured his people into warring factions, he refused to take a side, an outlier. Instead, he fled into our reality, taking with him secret knowledge. Hidden for millennia among humanity, he has walked alongside us as drifter, recluse, and watcher, living countless lives on the fringe. Now, one man stands on the brink of a discovery that could unmake everything, and old foes are closer than ever. Rafe is forced into the open, but will he be able to use his knowledge to stop unseen powers from rewriting reality, or will he be the catalyst that sets it in motion?
Hi. Looks good.
I
Let's see.
want to point out that I've said this before, but the
Looks like
artwork.
you got a backer.
So hey, awesome. We come up in the world. That's awesome. I appreciate it, whomever you are. I want to point out for anybody who's interested or considering backing the project. The book is the illustration part of the book is 100% done. The artist, a guy by the name of Flavio Nano Garon, he's an Argentinian artist who is just absolutely fantastic. He has done a great job on all the interior work. He and I worked together on that. All that is really lacking is coloring and putting in the lettering, and it's done. So it just has to be put together and formatted for print, and we'll be getting it out. My slated shipping date at this point is March of next year, but I really intend to try to get it out well before then. I'd rather overpromise and I'd rather underpromise and overdeliver. Let's put it like that. Than the other way around. You can count on us, and I'm probably going to change some things up because there's some things along the way that I'm capable of producing that I want to be able to include for my subscribers, and I'll have updates, that I will send out, notifying folks of some little extra goodies that I intend to be throwing in. Hey, Chris, how you doing? But anyway, I'm really jazzed and honestly thankful to be a part of the community, because everybody that I've met, I can't complain at all about. I have to do the legwork of building my own following for my books and my stories, and people are going to find out on their own. They're going to tell me, whether they like what I'm doing or not. I just hope to have the opportunity to get enough, books in the hands of enough people, so that they can get a chance to check me out, give me a shot at doing this thing, because I've got tales to tell, and I want to enjoy that, and I want to enjoy that with you guys. And there hasn't been a bad person I've met along the way who didn't, guys that are wanting the same things that we are, man. They're the best people in the world. It's awesome.
I know what you're talking about. I got this big old hum in the background right now. That's why I have to keep that thing muted when I can. So I shared it out to a bunch of groups, and some of those groups, of course, have to approve it into
Yeah, I know.
into the group, and I see you when they do and who they do, and I see you, Comics Chat Authority, approving this in your group. We appreciate you, brother. Thank
Awesome,
you
awesome.
so much.
I appreciate it.
Hell yeah, man. It's like that's really what this is about, man. It's like as many eyes as possible. And some of these guys that do what I do, that promote, actually Comic Chat, I think he does like reviews more than promotion, but at the same time, he wants people to see what's coming. He wants people to know. That way when he reviews it, they've already seen it. Some of them might even have backed it, and you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah, absolutely.
we appreciate everybody that lets
For
what
sure.
we're doing be shown in their groups and whatnot. I'd like to see the numbers on this one go up. Definitely. I mean, it looks awesome, man. Let's go ahead and scroll down here, and you can tell people what's what. We got 4 action-packed issues, 44 pages of awesome. All right, so.
Yeah, this is actually just the first of 4 issues, like I said. This is our first cover here by Javier Giangiacomo. He's a fantastic artist from Argentina. He's going to be doing a project for us that's unrelated to Outlier, but another Luckless Hero presents project. He's going to be getting started on that later in the month. And then, of course, we have the inimitable Bart Sears, who is wiggle, who is the one of my favorite artists in the world, and kind of like the lead character Rafe. Bart is very much an outlier in so much as you see something he did, by God, you know it, because Bart's style is one of a kind. There's not too many guys out there that does it Bart's way, and he's just awesome. I was honored to be able to color that piece. I did the color on top of what he had going there, and of course did the logo and the trade dress myself, and I'm so proud of that cover. We're going to be doing posters of this cover. That's one of the different perk levels that's available is signed posters of the cover by Bart that people can get signed and sent back to them, included in with the project. And I encourage you to look at that, maybe do that. You want to go on down, we can talk about the different characters and whatever else.
All right. There you go.
There's our lead, Rafe Gadara. As you can see, he's got more than a little Indiana Jones vibe going on. He's a celestial being who was present for creation, but he has done his best to make himself a student of humanity over millennia. And he really thinks he has an understanding of what it is to be human, but he doesn't at all. And he learns that by his interactions with another character in this series, the young lady below, Kendra Owens. She's going to be very much the human POV character in so much as she's going to basically tell Rafe he doesn't know which side of the bread to butter, and set him straight on a few of his misunderstandings about what it is to be a human being and the necessary need for risk and sacrifice. And she's a very sassy young lady with a mouth on her that's a lot of times quicker than maybe her intellect. But she's become a joy to write and a real favorite for me. But she's the spunky sidekick of the piece, I suppose. And going on down there, this lady here, Kestrel. She's the leader of a group called The Host, and she is just an exemplar of the powers that be that remain from the beings that set creation in motion. The architect of creation has long since left, and the host was left in charge. And she is the leader of that group, and she has her own ideas for how to fulfill the plan and mission for humanity that was set in motion. And not everybody agrees with her, and there are other factions at play that really don't come into this book yet, or at least you don't see them immediately in this book. But they are coming gunning for Rafe in a big way, because they need some information from him that he's really not wanting to share. And then we have Kellen Bergman, who is, as you can read there, is Musk and Zuck and Bezos kind of all rolled into one. He's your typical tech millionaire guy who thinks that, of course, he's the person who should have the means and opportunity to remake reality according to his own image. And imagine if one of these guys that exist in our world somehow, if Jeff Zuckerberg had the ability to rewrite reality according to the community standards, where would we be? Oh boy! And so
you know what I see there, right? You know what I see there? I see there Elon Zucker Bezos.
Yeah. Well, I tried to be a little bit more original than that, but in any event, Kellen has the real keys to the kingdom, so to speak, and what he wants to do with it and what may happen is two different things. This is some examples of some coloring. I didn't do all of that. This is the artwork again by my great guy Flavio Garon. I'd have him on and he'd be part of the conversation, but he speaks English about as well as I speak Spanish, so it's been an interesting exchange. But as you can see, he's an epic artist. Got a really dark and gritty sort of style, and I'm really thankful for what he came up with.
Yeah, it looks awesome, dude.
I'm really proud of it. There's our stretch goals, and those numbers. Like I said, I may play with those numbers a little bit and release some of those things anyway, depending on how it goes. Of course, we'd love to see whatever support we get. Is going to go toward making this thing happen, and this thing that I'm talking about is Luckless Hero Presents. I have a whole stable of titles that I would like to have teams working on. I'd love to really put something together that was just awesome comics, and no agenda, no plan other than to entertain and to challenge the imaginations of folks who are reading it and say, man, there's not much original out there, but that sure made me think. And, because there isn't any original stories out there. There's just new spins on old ideas,
It's hard to find something original. It is, but there are those things, man. I mean, I have to do a 1-sentence review on a book sometime here in the near future,
right?
And I don't even know how to do it. I don't know how to cover this in 1 sentence. It was an amazing freaking book.
You'll have to tell me about that.
Huh?
So you'll have to tell me about that one.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, I only do the 1-sentence review, so it's gonna be hard on this one because. Man,
it'd be hard for me because I'm way too wordy for all that, bro.
Well, I mean, there's a reason I changed to that because I'm not really a reviewer, but I do like to let these guys know when I really like what they do.
That's cool.
And man, it's like this one was good. I'm looking back at it. This one is good, So. We want people to see everything. We want people to love everything that they loved in their childhood. The reason that they love comic books.
Oh yeah.
We want everybody to go back and remember why you loved comic books was because
absolutely
fun, right? You were having
Yeah, and I honestly, I'd love to introduce a new generation to the same type of stuff that we loved. Tree Goblin, how we doing, man?
Yeah, man, it's a good looking book. The art looks amazing. Um, obviously, you can tell that I jumped in on there. You can see that stupid thing up there giving me away. But yeah, the team right
The
here:
team.
Lincoln,
Here's-
Flavio, Javier, and Bart.
Yeah,
Now,
that's us.
my question for you:
Yes, sir.
do you have an editor?
I'm sorry. Do I have an editor?
Yes, an editor.
Uh, I the closest thing to an editor that I have had on this book is probably Mike Barron. He sat with me for quite a while with the script and read through it line by line and tore it up and then helped me put it back together again. And
Then you have an editor.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mike was planning on getting credit for that, but it's nice to know. Look, you have to have somebody that's not your buddy, that's not your wife, somebody that is invested in whether or not this book does well. Look that thing over. Everybody needs an editor. I'm huge on editors, and not because I think your book can't survive without one or whatever, but because editors look at it from a different angle and they help the story flow.
I completely agree.
They help us readers see how we got from panel A to panel B when they're two different scenes. They give us that flow in between. They make sure everything flows right. That's what an editor does. They don't, a good editor doesn't trash your story. They make your story work.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? So your friends are your friends. You don't want them to edit your book because they're gonna be like, oh yeah, look at this kicks ass, and it's
right.
Like they're supposed to say that, right?
Right. Well, whenever you write in prose, you need beta readers who are willing to tell you the truth. I saw a cartoon one time that had two pencils sitting at a dinner table. One was the pencil lead tip up, and the other one was flipped over the other way. It was the eraser on top, and the one with the pencil lead tip is on the phone and says, "I can't talk right now. I'm having dinner with my editor." Because the editor is just the eraser head, and the pencil is, of course, the writer. And that's the way it is. A good editor is somebody who helps you to kill the things that maybe you are your darlings, but they got to die in order to help the overall story. And sometimes that's a hard pill to swallow.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Let's take another run at that. Woo!
Good stuff. What's up, good stuff? See, he showed up just in time. It's good stuff. That was wonderful. I just want you to know, good stuff. That was wonderful what you did with that interview. I don't know if you saw the Phoenix Animation video, the interview on CG News and Reviews the other night.
I did not.
My interview with Phoenix Animation from Grand Rapids Comic-Con. Good stuff. Did a little editing, a little this, a little that. Played it on a show. It was great, dude. It's all about having fun, Lincoln. It's all about having fun. And look, guys like that guy right there, they're the best. They're the best.
That's awesome. I need to meet all those guys that I can. I'm in newbie shoes, but I hope to grow out of them quick. I really want to be a part of the community and grow myself, and at the same time help everybody else.
Who could that be?
Thank you, Facebook user. I bet. I bet I happen to know who that might be.
That's Doug Curtis. That's Doug Curtis right there.
Awesome. I appreciate it for sure. I'm very happy with the way our book has come together, and I'm like I said, I can't say it enough. I'm really enjoying the people that I'm getting to know within the industry who are, you know, just putting one leg in front of themselves and doing their best to, at the end of the day, kind of save comic books for what it is. I mean, honestly, that's part of the impetus for me is, dang it, I loved comics as a kiddo, and I've loved them my entire life. And what's out there now representing who we are, it's part of the core of what makes us us. Dang it, that's not the real thing.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of promoting the real thing. And
I don't think the people writing about heroes right now actually understand what a hero is supposed to do.
Thank you. I completely agree. I completely agree.
Really don't.
Well, there's more than one fandom right now that is really getting,
I mean, the big.
Dustin.
I'm not talking to our indie superhero writers. You guys know. I'm talking about those big too. I don't think they hire people that understand the concept of heroism. Heroism, as in willing to lay down your life for something you believe in. Not hold up a sign. Willing to lay down your life for something you believe in. That's
that honestly, it's like the Marvel Cinematic Universe up to now. Tony Stark's arc on screen is probably one of the best examples of that. And the contrast between he and Captain America, where Cap specifically calls him out in the beginning and says, "You're not the guy who's going to lay down on the wire." And then Iron Man proves time and time again that he is that. And that's why, RDJ is going to go down as like, one of the best portrayals of a superhero that we're ever going to see on screen, because that's what it's all about, and that's what these comics should implement. Implement.
Yeah, I mean, the movie thing in the first place bugs me because I'm a source material guy. And they're it's like they never make a movie that lives up to what we've read or whether it's a novel or a comic book. I mean, once or twice they nail it, right? Once or twice in my lifetime they've nailed something, and I was like, yeah, that's how you do it. The opening scene of Fellowship of the Ring, when Gandalf's riding his rickety little cart into Hobbit. And you see all the hills and the little doors, the little hole doors in the hills and shit.
Right.
That was exactly what you envisioned when you read that book 35, 45 years ago.
Right.
They couldn't have done that scene better. Sometimes they nail it.
Right.
Right. I mean, my old lady was with me today, right? We were at that movie together, and she was watching me. And she said that my smile was ear to ear when they showed that cart, when they first showed the cart. She's like, you just were like, you looked so happy. And I was like, I was. They killed it. They did it. They gave me exactly what I envisioned when I was 12, when I read that book. Wow. That's what I want. The job, and that's something else that I think that these creators today that are working in comics and movies and entertainment and whatever, they forget the fact that writers have an obligation to inform and entertain, and it's not just a platform for. It's not meant to be a platform for an agenda first. It's supposed to be about escapism and bringing people from the troubles of their own world into something that is higher, better, and inspirational. Higher, definitely higher, right, Jeff? I don't know if you know Jeff Holman or not.
I do not.
He's one of the guys responsible for Still Token with the Dead. I always promote them, everything they're doing. I always show their streams in the madness. They always let us show our streams in their group. You know how we do it.
That's
It's
awesome.
just like that. Jeff, Ben told me today that he got Bill to sign that book and he's sending it off to me. I can't wait. I got number one of their series, so I can start reading their series. They also
That's
have like
awesome.
episodic TV episodes of the comic. Dude, it's crazy. These guys are off the hook. You got to check them out.
For sure, man.
They're in the madness. You can find them really easy. Everybody needs to check out Jeff and Ben Still Token with the Dead over there.
Nobody promotes like you, Pop.
Hey, I don't know. Did you see? Yeah, you did see me last night. Obviously, I told you to go over to Pete's. Man, that was fun. That was a fun 3 minutes.
I like the format of his show. It's cool. And, it's like getting to go to the movies just to watch the trailers.
Right. I love talking to Pete. He's Peter Samedi, y'all. He's one of the best. Alternate Comics. You check that out.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
Yeah, he's laid back and cool, and he knows what he's doing. Definitely got a great program there. I will definitely tune in and watch that again. That was worth going to. I appreciate you putting me that way.
It's where you go to promote, but it's also where you go for an hour. You get to see 15 or 20 different campaigns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever.
That's freaking awesome.
And you get to actually meet the people involved with the campaign. It's not like just scrolling through Kickstarter, right? Or scrolling through Indiegogo.
We should do a madness meetup like that, where you've got a round robin of creators that are doing their pitch offs, as it were.
Yeah, it's great, and it gives you guys a practice shot.
Yeah, and honestly, the format of keeping it within a specific window of you got to say what you're going to say in 3 minutes, that's actually liberating to me, because you don't feel like I got to ramble and fill space and God, nobody likes dead air and blah blah blah. No, you can get on there, you can put the salient points out there, the important stuff, and say it's bing bang boom and huge explosions, and you really got to see this, and it's beautiful and cosmic and amazing and just awesome comics. Buy it, and there it is.
Good, definitely good stuff. I love Pete's show. Man. If you're watching and you're not a member of the Comic Related Madness on Facebook, that ticker down there, that's
Absolutely.
where all this stuff originates from. That's where everything I do began. That's the home base of everything I do. Be a member of the madness, man. Join the madness. That's all I can say.
And don't forget to like and subscribe at his YouTube channel for sure as well.
Yeah. And I have this little fledgling Twitch channel that doesn't really exist, but if you feel like it, you can go over there and follow over there too.
I'm so illiterate of those other things that I've got to come to know about it. I really do. It's a learning curve, but you either want to do it or you don't.
Well, I mean, for me, man, it's like I want to get as many eyes on you guys' projects as I possibly can. That's like really the goal. That really is the goal. It's like just as many people as I can get to see it. Then I'm doing my job.
Absolutely, man.
So, I mean, that's just like I said, I like having a co-host because usually they can handle the first 5-10 minutes of the show and I can share it out everywhere without ignoring my guests.
Right. I got you. Sometimes, I didn't know what we were gonna get into here. I really appreciate you going to the effort of doing a special after the launch party here for me. That was very cool. It was poor planning on my part. I guess, did create an emergency on yours. I don't know. That's the kind of guy you are, Pops. I appreciate it.
For me, it's just, if you got something, look, I do special editions, launch parties, countdown parties. Bring it to me. I'll find a place in my schedule for it. That's all I do.
Right.
It's like as soon as I realized you launched, I was like, oh, crap, we got to go launch that thing. Like, really launch it and show it to everybody.
I appreciate it.
Well,
I just, I just want to encourage everybody to give us a look. And again, there's sponsorship levels for anybody. I don't care if I just want to get the story in people's hands. I want people reading my stuff, and Kickstarters and all or nothing kind of scenarios. So I really got to get over that line. The book is 100% paid for already. It's the illustrations are done. We've just got to color it and do the lettering. I'm actually doing both of those things, so it's all on my shoulders at this point. Not because of any reason other than I wanna. I just want to be particular with those things. Plus, honestly, whenever it comes to lettering, I had somebody talking about, oh, you need to get this guy to letter it or this or whatever. And I said, it's not about the money of paying somebody to letter it. It's that I want to be able to fit things where they need to go, and make it look like I want it to look like. This thing is my baby, I want it to be kind of amazing this go around for sure. And anyway, I just want to encourage everybody to give it a look and give us a shot. If you can't buy into it, share it out, because people that I don't. And if you can't purchase the thing, let me know. I'll hook you up. I don't know.
Don't say that. They'll all be wanting freebies.
A PDF is one thing. It may not have words in it, but I'll get you the pictures.
Now, I do want to shift gears just a little bit here, because you do something else.
What's that?
Printing.
Yes.
You're a graphic designer and printing.
Yes, sir.
All this stuff. And, dude, tell people, there might be some people out there that want to see.
Well, first and foremost, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for actually mentioning that, because first and foremost, logo design for these books, not to throw shade at anybody, but there are creators out there who are fantastic artists who think that the logo is an afterthought, and it's really not. I've been a logo artist for 30 years, and I'll put my skills up for anybody, and it's available out there. You can contact me through Facebook. I would love to have the opportunity to do logo work for folks. I can definitely point you in the right direction as far as from the printing perspective. As far as printing the book, probably not going to be help for you there. There's plenty of people that do that, but we do decals, we do banners, we do a lot of the things that Sticker Mule does and more than they do. I can meet or beat any price you see on Sticker Mule for decals and promotional materials. And we can do trade show displays. If you're going to be doing cons in the coming year, reach out to me. We'd love to have the opportunity to do banner work and displays for your convention booth. And I'm not just because I'm in it. I'm in the industry. I know what it's like. I know what you need, and I care, because I'm one of you guys.
I'm gonna throw something at you right now. You see
Sure.
this right here? You see this right here?
Yeah.
Okay. The little troll's got to stay, but I need a logo for that show.
I can do it.
I need a comic-related unboxings that stands out.
We can do it.
Right?
We can
Give
do
me
it.
something. It will be on every show.
I'd love to help you out, Pops. No problem.
Put your little tag down in the corner so everybody knows you did it.
Right.
Doc made us one.
Absolutely.
Doc made us the CromCon, the new CromCon logo.
Yep.
You know, that's our logo for CromCon now. The stone, I guess it's a stone stucco kind of look. I don't know what you call it.
Yep. Well, I can do some pretty crazy stuff. And when it comes to logo design for people that are interested in that sort of thing, I know where you're coming from, and I'm willing to work within. I don't want to get walked on, but I'm willing to work within folks' budgets as best I can. I'm going to tell you what I think it's worth, and then we'll talk about it from there.
Right.
I'm willing to work with you. I want to make indies look like pros. That's it.
See,
And
I had
really,
a conversation with a close friend recently, and that was one of his complaints. He's like, "Man, I love some of the stories, but they don't, to his satisfaction, match up
right.
to the quality of the big two book." And I'm like, "Well, some just kill it.
Yeah.
Some indie creators are just all over it. They got, a very nice looking book that they put out, and you gotta look. They're getting them printed by places like Comics Wellspring and
Right.
stuff, and everybody's pretty much getting the same thing.
Print quality is not so much the problem. It's variety and varying quality of design when it comes to your trade dress and the way that everything looks. And that's definitely something that we can help with. Man, my voice is giving out on me here. Anyway, Bosch,
We
like I
almost
said,
got an hour in. I got some more commercials to play, but I want you guys all to go check out Outlier, man.
please do. I need your help.
Now, you tried this on Indiegogo, right?
We kind of had a little bit of a campaign start on Indiegogo. I didn't have near the connections that I'm establishing now, and we actually will be doing another run for this book probably in the spring on Indiegogo. Just frankly because I want to get as many people to read it as possible. I want to build a following, and I think that there's a lot of like minds that maybe play in the Indiegogo waters a little bit more than they do in Kickstarter. And I don't care. I don't care what walk of life you're coming from. I just want you to give my stuff a shot and give me an opportunity to put my book in front of you. That's right. Really bottom line what it comes down to.
Sam Vera, you want to get a hold of him over there at Catch the Craze. You want to be on his show.
Yeah, I've been on Catch the Craze one time. I need to get back on there with him.
You want to go on there again? You want to get with RJ like for the panel?
Yeah.
That final panel at CromCon. The final panel is a good place to be on CromCon.
Cool.
Usually it's a highlighted panel. It has some cool topic or people involved. So
right.
Definitely want to be part of that. Get with RJ about that. Let's see. Now when this is ending 28 days, we're gonna have you out again. Oh yes, there you go. Are you on Twitter, Lincoln?
Yes, I am, Chris. I will find you. Maybe give me your Twitter handle.
I can make sure you both find each other. No
cool. I appreciate it. Tie the knots there, Pop.
But yeah, man, it's just like that. Chris, good dude, Doc, all you guys, man, you guys know what's up. Get this out, get it seen, man. We need, there you go. Infinitail,
Infinitail comic. All right, cool.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, man.
Everybody network, help each other out. Get these things out there, get them seen. That's all we can do, man. Is get
Absolutely.
eyes on. Look, if you're not one of them people that backs Kickstarter, that's cool. But at least let other people have that option of whether or not they want to back it. Throw it in front of them. Just throw it out there in front of some other people.
Absolutely.
And that goes same with genre. If it's not your genre, throw it out in front of some other people because it might be theirs. This is what we got to do in order to.
I don't even know what genre this book is, boss. It's a little everything.
We all have to do for each other in order to to elbow them other out of the way, you know?
Yeah.
To elbow those other guys out of the way, man. We got to make indie comics mainstream.
You betcha.
Make the big two the outliers. Oh,
There you go.
how'd you like the way I use that?
I appreciate you, man.
Hey, you gonna introduce me over here to your?
Oh yeah. This is my co-host here. Whenever we do anything else, this is Brenna Renee. She's
What's happening?
she's
Welcome,
wanting to do
everybody.
her own YouTube channel with what is it? BRB
BRB Peace.
BRB Peace.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So now I'm gonna have to tell the grandkids about that.
Yeah.
BRBPs. I'm writing that down right now. Hold on. PEACE, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. See, I ain't lying. I wrote it down.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Cool. All right, Lincoln, go get some rest, man. Rest that throat because you're gonna be doing this a lot this month.
Wow.
Yeah, for sure. Appreciate you,
All right.
brother.
All right, man. You have a good night, man.
Awesome. You take care.
All right, Munchkin.
Bye.
I love the kids. I love kids. I love kids that are involved in comics. You see how happy she was because Dad was doing the comic thing? Man, that's freaking awesome. I love it. Love it. All right, I'm going to play some commercials. I'm going to get out of here. Let's see. Where did I let off? Okay, we'll do this one. Y'all know this guy.
When they mined an area, they put down yellow tape right across that line. See? And if you walk on the wrong side of that yellow tape, you blew up.
Strange Tales 136. I remember it very clearly, and that was my first exposure to Kirby. And I wanted to show it to people.
Yo, if you got a banner, you want to have it over the top of the madness for your campaign, just add comic related madness to the promo card, send it to me. I'll put it in the rotation and your banner will be highlighted on top of the madness, on top of my Twitter feed, wherever. You know what's up. It's just another way to promote.
The city of prosperity. Riches for some, but for the masses, scraping by is all they can do. Meet Bitna. It's a rough life with an even harder reality. Living in the roughest part of town, it looks impossible to make it big. But maybe she will find it in a simple dress. The Radiant Sight, a new romance story by Martin Fisher, now on Indiegogo.
For those of you out there who do fulfill campaigns and you need those Gemini mailers, Bolt 10 is your discount code for a 10% discount on your Geminis. Compliments of our friends over there at IndieVolt and Liberty Entertainment Distribution.
Hey, it's Belle from Liberty Entertainment Distribution. We've got quality indie comics in hand ready to ship to you now. Yes, really. And it gets better. At Liberty, publishers set their own wholesale pricing, and we don't take any fees, so don't wait. Call or visit me today at ledg.us or call 1-800-525-2091.
Thanks again for tuning in to this Madness Comic Network launch party.
Sunsworn Wings of Vengeance is funding now on Indiegogo. Don't miss this action-packed space fantasy adventure sure to rekindle your love for the genre. Get it now on Indiegogo or just go to sunsworn.com.
Hey, yo, Pops here. Are you looking to be on Monday Madness? Is Monday no good? You need a special edition? Are you looking to be on the first timer spotlight on for you new guys? Launch parties, countdowns, CromCon Monthly. We got it all right here at the Madness Comic Network, providing online promotional services for the indie comic community and proud sponsor of
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit